Welcome in. You're listening to Medical Spa Insider, presented by the American Med Spa Association. We are happy to have you with us. This week, we highlight the up-and-coming female leaders of the aesthetic industry as AmSpa founder Alex Thiersch sits down for 4 conversations recorded across Medical Spa Show Weekend featuring Marlee Bruno, Melanie Speed, Shakira Cabrera, and Limor Weinberg. And if you want to always be in the conversation with the leaders of the industry, become an AmSpa member at americanmedspa.org/benefits.
I appreciate you joining us. First of all, wow. You look amazing.
I had a lecture this morning, so.
You look amazing, and it looks amazing as well.
This is Chesley over here.
Chesley?
Behind the scenes, yes.
Wow, so where are you from? Tell us a little bit about your practice. I know you were speaking. You got a cool story, and I think there's some stuff to take away. So.
For sure. So I am in Pensacola, Florida now. I own Mind, Body, and Soul Medical there. That's my med spa.
Okay.
And then also Injector Coach International is my training academy, hands-on training. And then I'm also a certified master life coach and business coach, specializing in mindsets. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, the business coaching has helped a lot in this industry.
So you're going to Yoda me right now, probably.
Yeah, let's do it. I would love to Yoda you, actually. Let's go.
I don't want to be Yoda.
Why?
I mean, I kind of do, but I don't because I'm nervous and scared.
No.
Well, first of all, how did you get there?
Yeah, so I worked in emergency medicine. I'm older than I look, thanks to this industry. I spent 10 years in emergency medicine as a board-certified PA.
Okay.
Graduated when I was 24 years old.
Yeah.
So working in the ER and had to be super great at what I did right off the bat because I look like a Barbie doll with tattoos. Yeah. So took my career very seriously and then got burnt out in emergency medicine and said
I've seen that a lot.
Well, I was originally wanted to be a plastic surgeon but did not want to go to school that long.
Yeah.
And so when
I've heard that a lot too.
Yeah, so medical aesthetics started blowing up and I was like, you know what, this is really where I want to be. Never ever saw myself as a business owner ever. Yep. And now here I am coaching other.
Well, how did that happen though? Like how did you get into the business? Like cuz I've heard that story many times and it's not to be negative about how you got into it. It's just it's a lot of not necessarily natural business owners who see an opportunity that is offered to them and you just take advantage of it.
So I think the red tape in corporate medicine for me and working in the ER and all the weird metrics and all this stuff. And I was like, this is a dumb way to do things.
Reimbursement.
And I have found out for myself that I need to be the boss because I have better ideas than what is currently being handed to me. And that's how it happened. So I took a couple classes. And
I have a feeling you don't like to be told what to do.
No. It's the worst. Like I always tell my husband, who is a Navy veteran, I say I could never be in the military.
Yes, I get that. So your husband is a Navy veteran.
Yeah, he was a corpsman in the Navy.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So when did you? What was the first business that you started? Was it on the aesthetic side
or
was
Soul Medical?
Okay,
yeah,
it was
the
medical.
aesthetics. Yeah, aesthetics and wellness.
Okay. And how did you getting the training to get into aesthetics? Is not easy all the time. Where did that come from?
I took a weekend course.
Sweet.
And remember, I told you I went into emergency medicine, went straight in, right? So I'm used to going straight in and learning on the job, essentially.
Yeah.
And I was born, thankfully, with some self-confidence, so that's good. And so, if not me, then who?
Yeah.
And so I trusted my procedural medicine skill enough, coming from the ER, to then transition that into aesthetics. And have a good artistic eye as well. But literally took a weekend class. And then, of course, eventually went back for more courses. But that's...
Yeah.
I started from there.
And then the coaching, life coaching, when did that become part of it?
A year into my business.
And why did you decide to do that?
I took a course at the Whole Health Medicine Institute with Lissa Rankin, who is an OBGYN physician. Her whole thing is we're going to heal the healer. So anyone that was traumatized by working in corporate healthcare or whatever. Because, OBGYNs, they have it rough. Yeah. So I took a course with her, and in her course, she said, because we're going through a lot of things here, you have to have a life coach. And I was like, what is a life coach? I literally didn't know what they were. Yeah. And so I hired one, and it helped me tremendously while I was opening my business. And I said, you know what? This is a really good thing, and I probably have been very coachy my entire life anyway, and just is natural for me. Yeah. And that's how I did it. I was like, I can really help people.
Do you still have a life coach?
All the time. Yeah? Probably 3 at a time.
Really?
Yeah, because I do different things. I like to be pushed.
Okay.
And so, but I have one that's like an embodiment coach and she talks a lot about feelings. Then I have one that's like a hammer, So it's good.
So then, and then your typical clients, is it mostly med spa owners, injectors? Is that who you focus on?
It is now. So at
Okay.
first it was I would coach my patients as well,
Really?
and now I don't do that anymore because I love. It turns out I love the business aspect of what I do.
Yeah.
So.
Now, talking about the business of the coaching or the owning of the aesthetics, or
The
both?
aesthetic. So my primary clients now for coaching are other med spa owners.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that where you can? Is that kind of where you think you're going with your
Yes.
life and your career when you grow up?
And I also love teaching.
Yeah.
So my plan, I'm only on the floor injecting patients 2 days a week now.
Okay.
And so I made a promise to actually Ronna Kennelly.
Yeah.
We did a whole conference together.
Yep.
And I made a promise to her that I'd be off the floor at the end of this year, so December 31st.
Really?
Completely off of the floor.
Yeah.
And only in we're only working in education and teaching and otherwise coaching.
Yeah. You guys make a
The
very
roof popped off.
dynamic.
Yeah.
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 Because that is, and she's in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
You guys got to come by, and we've got a whole training center for you guys to look
Good,
at.
okay, cool.
Because she's
Incredible.
amazing.
Funny.
Yes. Funny.
Yeah,
Just,
it was.
just amazing. Yeah, you
The
guys
banter was great.
Make a good conversation. You obviously are passionate about training too. You mentioned.
Yeah.
And what was your talk about this morning? Forgive me, I should know it by heart. But I
It
don't.
was a MERS-sponsored talk on Xeomin this
Xeomin,
morning.
okay.
Mhm,
So
My
you're-
why with Xeomin, why I love it.
Why do you love Xeomin?
I love the molecule. I'm a nerdy, I don't look like a nerd, but I'm such a nerd.
Yeah.
And I love the molecular structure of Xeomin, and it makes a
Really?
lot of sense to me, being the pure molecule that it is. So it makes a lot of sense to me.
All right. Hey, do you have a tattoo
Not yet,
of the
but
molecule structure?
it's not out of the question. But I mean,
So then talk about training. You were mentioning before we jumped on about how you don't want it to just be, it shouldn't just be one thing or another, just toxin, just filler.
my training is
Everything.
so serious. It's like boot camp.
Okay.
So I only want to recruit the students who are super serious about being in this industry and doing
Right.
their absolute best in this industry.
Yeah.
So I don't really want people that are just trying to figure out whether or not they want to be here. I want the ones
Right.
that know for sure and they want to be the best
Now,
at what they're doing.
does it matter if they're beginner, advanced,
No,
or is it,
I actually love to teach beginners.
Really? Why?
Because I'm really good at helping them to find the confidence within themselves, and I think that the earlier that they do that, the better. Yeah. Tell 'em-
is it? Sorry, go
I
ahead.
tell them I'm going to kick the crutches out from underneath them literally on day one.
Okay.
You don't get to be hand-holdy here.
That's,
yeah.
Well, I mean,
Because on Monday, right, if I teach a weekend course, come Monday, they have to be doing it by themselves, and they can't rely on me then at that
yeah.
point.
And how do you do that? That's a lot.
Yeah, but I was emergency medicine trained, so it's
Yeah.
see one, do one, teach one. I was putting in chest tubes after watching YouTube videos, so that's...
Oh God. I
Yeah.
mean, great. Good for you, but oh God.
I hate to admit that that's how it's done, guys, but that's how it's done.
It is. And then it's just repeat practice.
That's
Yeah. So then the kind of this kind of holistic approach for different modalities.
Yeah.
Well, talk about that.
Yeah, I see a lot of, especially the students that are new at this, saying, oh, I'm just going to do neuromodulator, or I'm just going to do filler, or whatever. And in modern times, we really need to be doing all of it, or at least be aware and have education and training in all the modalities. So tox, filler, chemical peels, skincare is incredibly important, right? Device treatments,
hugely, yeah.
thread lifts even, all of that is important.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you dabbling in all the newfound integrative medicine stuff?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have to, right?
Yeah.
If you're not doing bioidentical hormones, regenerative
Yeah.
stuff, then you're missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I feel like it's really becoming one. Somebody I was talking to yesterday, I think they were with Allergan, was talking about how they're projecting this model almost of where med spas almost become primary care.
Yeah.
Because people
But
can't,
they
don't
trust us.
they
want
and
us to
that's-
be primary care.
and that's exactly why.
Right. But it's
That's why.
the field has always been driven by what the patients want. So it's just going to continue to happen.
That's exactly why,
Right.
and it's kind of making some of the bigger pharma, and they're kind of like, what do we do?
Right.
Because I'm like, well, because you're doing what they want. You know, that's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And people leave practices because the practice down the street is doing something cooler or better, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't want patients to leave your practice, or you have to provide the service that they're looking for.
Yeah, yeah. Do you do any concierge type medicine outside of aesthetics, or?
No, I really
Yeah.
don't have the time to do
Yeah.
that with
And so
everything
you
else
want
that
to
I'm
stick
doing.
to training and.
Yeah.
And then how many life coach clients do you take
I
on?
only take 4 at a time because it's one-on-one. So I don't do
Okay.
any group coaching or anything like that. I only do one-on-one intensive coaching, and I only take 4 clients at a time, so that I can really be immersed in what
But
they
how
know.
long does that last, or is it indefinite?
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah, 3-month programs. Yep.
Okay. What color am I thinking of right now?
What color? Blue.
I am thinking of blue.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I was.
No
Wow.
way. I'm super intuitive also.
I like blue. Well, what do you think of? Have you been to a medical spa show before?
Last year was my first year, and
Okay.
I completely fell in love. And then
Good.
this year, I was invited to speak, and I'm
Yeah.
even more in love. So
Oh, awesome! I love to hear that. We're trying to make it a.
it's my favorite show, and I go to all of them.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I'm really glad to hear that.
I was just in Monaco last week, and
Yeah?
this is
I've never been to that
beyond.
one. And I'm not trying to get
Yeah,
you
yeah.
to
No,
tell
I
me
will
more,
though.
But,
I will
but like
endorse,
why?
yeah.
But like what do you? What's it for you that makes
Because
it?
even so I've been in the aesthetics industry about 10 years
Mm-hmm.
now, and even with 10 years being an educator, I still go to lectures here and learn a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Because the people that you guys bring in are just incredible.
Yeah.
But over there, it was like it seemed more beginner focused for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm always blown away, and this has nothing to do with me. Like,
Yeah.
I can't take credit for any of this. Everyone's always like, great job, Alex. I'm like, I didn't do anything. But it's like the fact that there's so many people here that are all just like talking to one another and
Yeah.
grateful to see each other. And
That's
you're
where it's
also
at.
willing to share.
Yeah.
Like, that's not like that in other medical.
It's the greatest.
It's like other medical conferences, people don't talk to each other.
We
they don't
care so
share.
much about our patients, and the best patient outcomes come from us having those conversations
Yeah.
with each other for sure.
But like it's not normal. Like that's the same in
Yeah.
plastic surgery, dermatology. It's the same in, internal medicine. But those conferences, they don't share, encourage. They're not like they don't do that.
That's crazy to me though.
It is. I agree. But I've seen other doctors come here and they're like, I don't know. I've never had people share business plans, protocols, like marketing plans, ideas. It's just everyone's an open book, and they want me to succeed. Like
Yeah.
what?
Yes. As it should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just.
Yeah, but you've helped to create that.
I,
by having these
Well, just I facilitated, but I'm not doing like
Yeah.
the first time we did this, we saw that.
Yeah.
The very first time we had 350 people, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy. And it just every time I come here, I'm nervous it's going to be lost. So
No, never.
I am. I'm like, what's going to happen next year? Are they going to be as excited? Is that vibe going to be there? I'm always telling people you don't know until you get here what that energy
Exactly.
is like, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And then, so I'm always nervous that's going to be lost.
No, I don't think you should worry about it.
Oh, I
It's
appreciate
not.
that.
Yeah.
All right, final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
You've got to have some good aphorisms.
some good
so,
wisdom.
yeah.
Some good coachy stuff.
Yeah, what's a good
Okay,
coaching?
let's go with what you were just talking about. So, as you work your way up, if you will, in this industry, because remember, I was a baby too. About 10 years ago, I was a baby. I had really felt like I had nothing to contribute, but really, we all have something to contribute. So, stay open on social media, right? Share your wisdom, share your thoughts with each other, and it makes for better patient outcomes. And
Okay.
yeah,
I like it. I like it. I feel like you're not lacking in confidence.
no, I was born this way.
I don't think you were born that way.
No,
But you were-
a lot of aesthetics.
Thank you so much for stopping by. It was
Of course.
awesome. I
Thanks for
appreciate all
having
your
me.
help. Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Yeah,
Nice to
thanks.
see you.
Good to
Thank
see
you
you.
so much. All right, we're back. Medical Spa Insider with the amazing, lovely, and talented Melanie Speed,
That's right.
which is a fucking awesome name. By
Isn't
the
it
way.
crazy?
It's so cool.
When I met my husband, I was like, "That's not your real name." I never thought it would end up being mine.
It was it his real name? I mean,
it was
he
his
just
real name.
and he did. All right.
His birth name. Yes.
Really? That is well, but it's not just Speed, which is cool,
Yeah.
but Melanie Speed. You're it's like you're a superhero or something.
Thanks.
Yeah, really cool. Anyway, I'm sorry. Nurse practitioner here in Vegas. You've got, I think you just told me you had practices here, one in Beverly Hills.
Yes, I have
so,
two in Las Vegas, one in Beverly Hills.
Okay, so you're going for the least competitive areas.
Yeah, of course.
Tell us a little bit about what makes your practices unique and kind of who you're treating. Like, what's your ideal patient, so folks can get a little idea of who you are.
I think what makes our practices unique, at least what I've been told by my reps, is we are a more filler-dominated practice.
Okay.
So my understanding is that most practices across the United States are more neurotoxin-dominated.
Yeah.
Being in Vegas, we have a much younger patient demographic.
Okay.
So our average patient is between the ages of 18 and 35.
Okay.
And most of them are seeking lip infillers, body fillers, cheek enhancement, things like that.
Yeah.
So we are one of the few practices, I guess, that do a lot more of those than we do of the neurotoxins.
Yeah, that's interesting. Do you find, is there a commonality between Vegas and Beverly Hills?
Very similar practices. Beverly Hills, I will say their patients are more patient because I think just the mentality in LA is you're expected to wait everywhere you go. And they're not as price driven. I would say the Vegas market is more price driven, more people looking for value and more on a budget, where in LA they're kind of just used to everything is overpriced and expensive, and so the market there is a lot more lucrative, I would say. It's just everything, we charge more for everything out there.
Yeah. And in Beverly Hills, is it just non-surgical medical aesthetics that you're involved in there? Because
we have a couple of machines,
okay,
but everything is pretty non-surgical, non-invasive, outpatient, done in the office.
Okay, yeah, because Beverly Hills is, I've been there many times. It's crazy the number
of practices. Our building, so I'm right on Roxbury. In our building, we probably have 40 or 50 practices that do what I do. And on the block, I would say a couple hundred to thousands of just non-surgical,
and that's not
either cosmetic surgeons or med spas.
And every dentist does. I mean,
everybody does.
It's absolutely bonkers. But yet, you're all flourishing. So that's
We're all busy. Everybody.
What's the first of all? Are you from California or Vegas originally? How did you?
I'm from Ohio originally.
Oh,
I've been in Vegas about 25 years.
Okay.
And started my practice probably about 14 years ago. At the same time I started the Vegas practice, I started the Beverly Hills practice. So I've been going back and forth since then.
Interesting comment, and maybe this is a question about Vegas. Whenever I come to Vegas, I'll come to the Wynn or whatever it is, nobody leaves Vegas. Like, people move here and they stay.
It's hard to leave. I mean,
why is that?
I think it's a lot of factors. I think the weather is great. It does get a little hot, but you can,
For
everything is
months.
air conditioned.
Yeah.
We don't really have a significant winter or rainy season. I mean, it maybe rains 4 or 5 times a year. The weather's great. The cost of living is great. Housing, especially relative to California, we're a bargain. Out here, you can get a really nice house. You can have land. Where in California, for the same amount of money, you're looking at a 1-bedroom studio. So it appeals to a lot of people for that. We have a lot of growth in our sports. We have the Raiders.
For sure.
We have the WNBA Aces. We're supposed to be getting an NBA team. As far as like entertainment, concerts, I think it's it's become a 24-hour city, and all of that brings a lot of revenue, and a lot of people relocating to the area. And the cost of living is just less.
Yeah.
So I think you can live in an area where it's sunshine all the time. Traffic isn't bad. I mean, it's pretty much 30, 40 minutes from one side of town to the other, even in rush hour.
Yeah.
So, I think just, easy to get to the airport, easy to get around.
Yeah.
And it's
I've just always noticed that. Like, every driver that I have, or if you go to any dealer, anyone at work, like, everyone's like, I've been here for 20 years, 30. Like, nobody is like temporary, which is really cool. It's almost like getting people there is the challenge. Once you move there, though, you're stuck. You're there.
Well,
You're
I think
you
the
love it.
opportunity for growth for people too.
Yeah.
Because it is growing so much. The opportunity for jobs or careers, or if you want to open your own business, things like that. It's just, there's no state tax, so a lot of people choose to incorporate here. And just the ability to grow businesses here has just been phenomenal for me.
And have you found with the market, the younger market and fillers that you're doing, has that always been the case when you opened up the doors in Vegas? Was it like...
I would say when I first opened up the doors, my demographic for patients was probably 35 plus.
Okay.
So basically when people started seeing wrinkles, started seeing sagging in the face, started seeing loss of volume. And I would say that transitioned probably, I'm going to call it the Kylie Jenner transition. When she came out saying she was doing her lip filler at 16, the patient demographic completely started swinging there. I think her and her family have had a lot to do with that, because it wasn't just you get injectables because you're aging. Now you're getting injectables because there's something you want to enhance or something you want to change. Your lips are too thin. You want to make them a little bigger. You don't have enough volume in your cheeks. You want to look a little bit more lifted, a little bit more snatched.
Right.
So I think that really was when I noticed the transition in the patient population that I was seeing.
Right.
So it went from the older people coming in from anti-aging to now this new demographic of people who don't ever want to get a line on their face, don't want to experience facial aging. So it's more to the preventative and doing things ahead of time instead of chasing after it once you start
Right.
to notice signs of aging.
Well, and you must have taken advantage of that. Like it had to have been
has
intentional,
been wonderful
right?
for our business.
Like it was an intentional. Like you saw that happen, and you're like, this is where I'm going with my practice.
Yes.
And how do you reach those folks? I mean, obviously
Well,
social
it turns
media.
out I'm really good at lips. That's what
Yeah.
one of the things one of my talents and probably one of the things I do the most of is lips. I'm kind of known for that. So do
Yeah.
really good lips, do really natural, and we can do anything from very subtle in your patients that are older and would absolutely not want anyone to know they were getting anything done,
Yeah.
but want to be able to wear lipstick without having the creases. We, want to be able to take a photo and smile and be able to see their lips so they don't disappear completely. So we can cater from anybody who wants a very natural result, and then we have a lot of clients that want kind of an overdone or very dramatic
Yeah.
look. We have a lot of industry out here that
Dramatic.
yes,
I like the way
dramatic.
that you put it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
so
way to
so
put
we
it.
have the whole spectrum in between, and we know how to cater to all the different patient
Yeah.
needs, and we've been very fortunate that we've kind of built a reputation for that. And I would say our clients refer a lot of our business. So we do a lot of a lot of our clients are industry people. So cocktail waitresses, working at the pools out here, dancers, entertainers. So they're very good at referring friends and
Yeah.
coworkers to us. So we've built a huge demographic on that.
Yeah.
And then we also have, I would say, our social media presence. We get a lot off of that, and we've been on some TV shows, some other things where we've kind of gotten some traction for that, where people come in from all over the country to see
Yeah.
us. Because if you live in Tennessee or you live in Idaho, there's not a lot of injectors that do a lot of the, especially like the more not treating for aging, but treating for just an aesthetic look.
Right.
They don't really offer a lot of that in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So we get a ton of patients that come see us from all over the country. And Vegas is a great destination, so they'll come for the weekend, come
Yeah.
for, to hang out for their birthday or for a bachelorette party, and then they come get treatment while they're in town.
Yeah.
So it works.
What makes a good lip injector? Like you said turns out you're good at it. Like why?
I think you have to respect the anatomy.
Okay.
I think one is having a really good understanding of what the natural of the anatomy of the lip should be, and then when you're augmenting that, being respectful of it. We used to see this age where everybody had these, and you've probably seen it, these fat sausage lips where we just
Yeah.
overfilled the whole thing, big and fat as much
Yeah.
as you can get
I
it, and they just
didn't
look
like
like
that.
two lines.
Yeah.
The lip should have natural structure to it. Everything should be placed in the pink part of the lip. Not overinflating the borders. That gives a really artificial
Yeah,
look.
I agree.
Because especially if you're younger patients, they don't need that. We lose that as part of the aging process. But if you're treating somebody that's in their 20s, they still have really good structure to the lip.
Yeah.
So being sure that you're not overinflating the borders of it, making sure of where your depth is, that you're not creating, it could be migration, or it's more of a look of migration where you get a lot of it in the white part outside the lip where it's just,
like
so
a
when they
shelf.
smile, it looks like a duckbill or something. So when
Yeah.
they smile, it looks really unnatural. So just being able to augment it in a way that you can increase the volume, but still keep a beautiful, natural, sexy shape and contour to the lip, that it looks like a lip,
Yeah.
not just an overfilled sausage.
Yeah. I'm sure you see some. You probably do a lot of corrective work. I
Oh
would
my
imagine.
gosh, we do a ton of corrective work. And that's the thing I've noticed in my industry that's changed too. Is in both areas where I am in Vegas and in Beverly Hills, you cannot throw a rock without hitting an injector. There's private equity groups coming into it. There's people that are dentists and OBGYNs and family practice that are
Right.
now doing it.
Yep.
Every new grad that gets out of school, I want to be an injector. So they're
Yeah.
opening up all these practices. The problem I see in our industry is there's not enough education and training. Which is one
Yeah.
of the reasons I train for a lot of the pharmaceutical
Yeah.
companies. I offer my own private trainings because I think it does our industry as a whole. It's really bad that we don't have properly trained people. And so
Yeah.
the things you're going to see in the media and the things that get kind of blown up are the bad outcomes, right? The things that don't look so good. The celebrity that looks overfilled, that's had the bad work. The social media ones where they have bad complications. So I think
Yep.
it's very important to try to assist in educating newer people that want to get into the industry and providing good training on anatomy and proper product selection and proper placement and all those things.
We need some like
Guidelines,
some
too.
guidelines, some basic.
You can't just
anchors.
say, now I'm injector today.
Yeah.
There should be some fundamental training process or
Yeah.
licensing, I think, that should happen. I think we need some type of regulation because it's kind of become the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
And the things I've seen in my office are, wow. So we do a lot of corrective. I get a lot of corrective from in town. I also get a lot of corrective from people coming in from other places where they've had something bad or get a look they don't want, and people don't know how to fix it.
Yeah.
We're also in this weird time of people going to get stuff done in foreign countries and then coming back and then
or ordering stuff from
or
foreign
ordering stuff,
or doing it themselves.
Yeah, do it yourself or getting stuff done. And, oh, my friend had a party and we got it done in her garage. I'm like,
Oh
no.
God.
So we do a lot of stuff. You know, I try to help people if I can. Sometimes I can't help them because I don't know what they've been injected with or even how to treat it. But for the most part, I just try to encourage people. It's your face. It's the one time you want to go to somebody that's really licensed, that's really experienced, that knows what they're doing, because it's very easy to get messed up and have really bad complications if you're not careful.
Yeah, it's your face.
Yes.
And then what? If it's all messed up, like it's not great. Oh man. Well, hey, I appreciate all the work that you're doing, because training for us, we have to get there. Otherwise, it's just it's going to be like an anchor that is dragging us down behind. And I know it just because I've seen it. You're absolutely right. The perceptions of it's all driven by the bad outcomes, not the good outcomes.
Because that's what gets the publicity.
Yep.
That's what gets the,
That's what it is.
the draw on and things that go viral. It's the bad stuff. It's not the thousands and thousands of really good procedures that are done safely where people look natural and just refreshed.
Because you don't know
Yeah.
that. You know?
You don't know that. And that's what I always say. The best work is the work you don't know somebody's had done. You just know they look great for their age. They look refreshed. They look vibrant. They don't look filled. Yeah. And unfortunately, what gets publicity and what gets attention is the people that look overfilled and overdone. And
the best injectable is undetectable.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having
it.
me.
Yeah, we'll have to have you back. I'd love to get caught up again and see what you've been up to.
Absolutely.
Appreciate everything.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Medical Spa Insider. Shakira Cabrera,
Yes, sir.
PA,
PA,
Texas.
Texas.
What's the med spa called?
Jules Aesthetics and Wellness.
Jules Aesthetics and Wellness.
Thank you.
How are you
Thank
doing?
for having me. Amazing. It's my first time at AmSpa, so I'm having
Is
a
it?
class. Yes.
It's Friday, so we're just getting started. When did you arrive?
Yesterday.
Okay.
afternoon.
What do you think so far?
I love it. The expo is amazing. All the talks are like now up and coming with all the regenerative things that are popping up in the market. So that's exciting to be able to get new content and just be up to date on all the things. Yeah.
So tell me about your practice. Like, what do you focus on? How long have you been in business? What's the skinny?
What's the skinny? So we've been in for 8 years.
That's a good long time.
Yeah. Came from trauma plastic surgery, was doing level 1 trauma center there in San Antonio, which is a big military town.
Yeah.
So saw the worst of the worst, but really loved being able to put patients kind of back together again and back to their
So you were
life.
reconstructive plastic. Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Yeah, especially for the area that we were serving, just the soldiers coming back from war at that time.
Yeah.
So I love being able to really have that impact in helping these guys get back to their daily life.
Yeah.
But being in the hospital 6P to 8A, Friday, Saturday, Sunday was great. I learned a lot, and nothing scared me after that. But it was very conducive for family, and so always loved procedures, took a course, and then the rest is history. And so we have 2 injectors, 2 RNs that do lasers, an esthetician, and a couple of medical directors, and now we brought on the wellness and functional health part of things.
Yeah.
So it's
been
amazing.
The reconstructive plastic, especially for soldiers, has got to be extraordinarily rewarding.
Yes.
And also emotionally and physically taxing.
It was exhausting.
Yeah. But also probably you've got to look back at it, I would imagine, as one of the best and most exhausting parts of your life, right?
Yes, I mean, it was a beautiful growth part for myself, not only as a medical provider, but just as a human being, seeing just the resiliency in people.
Yeah.
People are resilient, and you'd think that there's a difference between those patients and aesthetic patients, and in my humble opinion, there's really not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because in aesthetics, they're coming to you for something that bothers them deeply to their core. And when patients have trauma, it's hard to recover from those things in regards to like just the external factors. So it was a great pregame, I'd say, for aesthetics.
I mean, the training, especially from the anatomy side, is second to none. I imagine.
Yes. Yeah.
So then, but there is a bit of difference between reconstructive surgery. I used to speak at a lot of reconstructive surgery conferences as a lawyer, and there was always a divide between reconstructive plastic surgery and aesthetic plastic surgery.
Yes, in general, yeah.
And so you kind of jumped that divide and went into the aesthetic side. What was the driving factor there?
For myself, it was the fact that, kind of like I mentioned, I love the part of getting everybody kind of put back together. And this was obviously a team approach with multiple trauma surgeons and plastic surgeons. And I was like the only constant as kind of like the PA for the group. But I would scrub into surgeries and watch their progression until we kind of discharged them back to their life. But it's the same thing, in my opinion, from aesthetics. It was like, how can I do that same impact, but outside of the hospital? Mm-hmm. So initially I started a first assist company, but that became really hard because I would only see them in the OR. I wouldn't see them in life and like, hey, how's your kid? How are things going? And then did that for a year, and then eventually fell into a hands-on aesthetic course and really loved it. Just being able to help people feel confident again. Yeah. That's really what it boils down to. How do you help people? How do you serve people so that they can feel confident again in their own skin, regardless of where that's coming from?
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. So, and then did you see the keynote today from Dr. Stephen Diane at the general session? You missed it? Okay. Because he talked about this whole like the psychology of beauty, and it was very, very interesting. What are you most excited about right now with aesthetics?
With aesthetics, all the regenerative things coming down the pipeline. Yeah, that's exciting. That there's less, invasive, more longevity. Yeah.
Options. What are you working on right now with that? Like, 'cause I know everyone's excited about that. I know enough on the legal side to be dangerous, I feel like. But
so we do a lot of the PDRN topical procedures. Obviously, we do like the autologous PRF, PRP, Easy Gel. We have not. And Texas is crazy, as you know. Being
I do.
JD, they don't mess around. So
it's Texas is interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
So we try to definitely follow the straight and narrow, but right now it's just all the growth factors topically and the PDRNs, and seeing how they're getting better and better with more impactful results with just topical procedures. Yeah. So that's exciting.
Yeah, it seems like everybody. I mean, the regenerative medicine side, everyone's so excited about it. But then everyone's also a little kind of nervous, a little trepidation about how to proceed. Are you feeling that too? Yeah. And we've got to figure that out. I actually was just talking to the guy from the FDA that's coming to speak on Saturday.
Oh, nice. So what did he say?
He kind of went, he honestly went, we're looking into it. We don't really he didn't have a very satisfactory answer, but he did acknowledge that they are very, very eager to engage in a dialogue with all of you to try to figure it out. But I'm afraid there's not going to be a real satisfactory. It's going to be kind of a more gray than black and white.
Yeah. I figured. But all of it is exciting. I think just seeing this field continue to grow and blossom. Yeah. It's amazing. I know the patients are excited to see everything that comes in on an annual basis.
So what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, do you want to be like a world domination? How many clinics do you want to own? Like, what's your plan? What's the goal?
So honestly, my new passion is like helping medical med spa owners just be better in business.
So you're the consulting side, the helping
Yeah,
side.
I just
Okay.
love business. I love aesthetics and I love injectables and all that stuff. But if I can change their business and they're able to change the lives of those that work for them
Yeah.
and help them be able to be more successful so that they can impact the lives of more patients, that is value multiplied tenfold.
Yeah. And so, are you doing that full time now, or just kind of partially? What's your?
So I train for multiple companies, but then I also have my own company where I train injectables and do private trainings.
Yeah.
But I have really taken on a platform and create a platform for business owners to learn how to onboard a team member, how to have systems in place so that
Yeah.
you don't have to be a slave to your own practice 6 days a week, not only seeing patients, but doing payroll and counseling your team. And none of that is as easily accessible from what I hear from business owners as it should be in aesthetics. Because the reality is most of us came from medical where we're not taught business. It's not even
100%,
in
yeah.
our medical training at all whatsoever.
Not at
and
all.
so you open up a business or work for someone, even as an injector, well, you should understand numbers and you should understand what those mean and how do you put that into a real impactful life.
First of all, how did you learn all that? Where did you get the? Because I totally agree with you. And as a lawyer, lawyers are terrible at business, and I still screw it up. I feel like.
Yeah.
So it's like you do have to kind of you just kind of most of the folks in this industry are just kind of winging it.
They are winging it, and it's sad. And I do believe that most business owners want to be better at that.
Oh, for sure.
They just don't know how.
They don't know
They don't
how.
know where to get the information. So, funny enough, I always, since I was a little girl, I'm in my mid-40s, I was like, I'll never own a business because my parents owned their own business for 46 years. They just sold to a company last week, so that
Oh,
was exciting for them after
that's
40
amazing.
years. But
That's a
watching
long
them
time.
do it every day, in and out, hearing the stories of
Yeah.
employee issues or inventory issues or delivery issues or
Yeah.
customers, keeping people happy, seeing them jump through the hurdles. I didn't understand it because I was younger.
Yeah.
But now when I decided to open up my own business, just being able to take that information and grow it, but then
Yeah.
seeing the lives of my own team members being able to do better things with their kids, and maybe buy a new car that they couldn't buy before, and being able to get them involved in the culture enough that they see longevity for themselves because of how good this practice is going to be able to take care of them.
Yeah.
So that's
That's
kind of
awesome.
what motivated me, and then I just went down the rabbit hole, and
That's awesome.
yeah.
And so you're kind of like from the business side. Obviously, you have the experience of watching it from your parents do it, which gives you the entrepreneurial spirit, and you see them, but you also see the struggles that they're going through.
Yeah.
But then you kind of learn and just kind of pick it up as you go, and
Yeah.
self-taught. And
Read a lot of books and
read a lot of books.
yeah.
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 What's it called? What's the business called?
My business?
Yeah.
My other business?
Yes.
Okay. It's just Shakira Cabrera Academy.
Shakira Cabrera Academy. All right.
Yeah. So online is injectorsacademy.com.
Injectorsacademy.com.
And so we have courses on stop your bad hires, how do you onboard someone from 0 to 90, and then it has all the legal information that you should be, if you're going to write somebody up, you better have
Yeah.
all of your T's crossed and your I's dotted.
I
And
love it.
it's for positivity. It's not like, hey, at one point both of you guys agreed and you made a decision to come on board and hire that person, but how do we ensure that it's a successful place for both parties
Yeah.
involved?
And is that where you think you're going to be going more with that side of things, or do you still want to do med spa?
I still love the med spa aspect. I don't know if I'll be one of those business owners that wants 7 or 5 med spas. That just sounds
Yeah.
insanity to me.
Yeah.
But if I can, like I mentioned, I think for me, I'm very passionate about the business side and just helping other business owners be successful, because 1% of the population are business owners. I think we see more of that in the aesthetic space. Everybody has med spas, but the reality nationwide, it's not that many, and over 50% fail in the first 5 years.
I know. It's
It's life. It affects so many lives.
It is, and it's very until you own a business, you don't realize. You kind of from the outside, it almost looks like fun.
Yes.
You're at home, you get to work in your pajamas
Yeah.
and on your laptop at your kitchen table.
Yeah.
But it's like, you never leave.
Never.
The business never leaves.
No.
It's always attached to your brain. You're always thinking about it. It's very stressful.
It's your kid.
It's your kid. It's
Yeah.
your life. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no work-life balance. Everyone talks
Correct.
about that. It's like, well, you must have great work-life balance. Like, there's none. It's
No,
the same.
that doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist at
Yeah.
all. And so to get away from that is
You have to sell your business.
Yeah, that's the only way.
The only way.
Unless you really divorce yourself from it somehow. Well, that's really cool. Well, good for you.
Yeah, I'm
mean,
excited.
Yeah, and it's refreshing, I have to say, to hear someone says, I don't know that I want 5 med spas, because like you don't need to,
I don't.
and not everybody needs to do that.
No.
I've heard that for so long, like, oh, when it's multi-state, it's like, sometimes one is enough.
Well, big is not always sexier, right? Like,
Yeah.
how well can you do the one that you have?
Yeah.
And how much impact can you make out of that? And
Yeah.
then once you get that puppy all on its own and, you get your little kid through high school and college, then maybe you can have another one. That's how I see it. But
Yeah. I think that's great. All right.
yeah, thank you so much.
Amazing.
For
Yeah.
having
Thank
me.
you for stopping
It
by.
was
I
a pleasant
appreciate it.
chat.
Yeah. Welcome everybody back to the podcast. Medical Spa Insider. We have double the fun. Today, I have a feeling this is going to be a fun one. I don't know why. Maybe because it's after lunch.
Double the trouble.
Exactly.
So, our good friend Limor.
Yeah.
What's your aesthetics practice called again? Limor Aesthetics.
Limor Aesthetics? No.
Yes.
That would be perfect.
Okay, so right now I am at Skin Spirit in Miami.
Oh.
First innovation clinic in Florida.
Gotcha. That's what I meant. And Chloe Selnick.
Sells
Nick.
Nick.
So who sells
This
Nick?
is his first day.
Sells Nick. Skin Spirit Hawaii.
Correct.
Okay, where in Hawaii exactly?
Honolulu, Hawaii.
Okay, that's awesome. All
It
right.
sounds very exotic.
Yes.
Is it exotic?
It is rather exotic, I would say. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I live there.
Where in Honolulu is it located? Like, I'm not familiar with it, but like, is it in an exotic place? Is it like on the beach?
So
I
actually,
just think of like girls doing this.
everybody
you know
thinks
what
it's
I
like
mean?
shacks and hula girls and like vacation.
Isn't that what it is?
No, it's a huge. Honolulu is the biggest city in Hawaii. It has the most people, and there's like a area that has businesses and people live there.
Like
and
a
it's like downtown, like metropolitan area is where
Yeah.
the office is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is close to the beach. It's across the street from the beach.
Okay.
So-
All right. If you say so.
You guys have to come
We have
visit.
to come visit. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
We've always wanted to do some sort of a AIA training or something.
I could help
Oh
you
my God,
plan
how
the whole
fun.
thing.
I mean, something out,
Let's
out
do
in
it.
Hawaii. I
Let's
think we
do
should
it.
do it.
Limor might be coming to do some lip trainings
Yeah, I'm gonna
in
do
July.
I'm taking my lip course, lip recipes, which is an ebook that I created.
Recipes.
Yeah, so I have a lip recipe volume 1 and 2.
She's touring.
And I'm going to be touring. So I'm actually going on tour. It kicks off with Cult Aesthetics in Fort Lauderdale in May. And then
Yeah.
after that, I'm touring the U.S.
Hopefully the world.
Hopefully the world, guys. I'm
and we
taking
can
over.
make trips out of it.
How? Where's the tour taking you so far? Like, what's the
Okay,
schedule?
so I'm going to Erica and Wasim's practice in June. I have Chicago in June.
Who are you seeing in Chicago?
Kim Burke. I'm going to go see Kim Burke's office, and then Tatiana Batiste. And
You gotta
then
come by the headquarters.
obviously I have to come by the
The HQ.
headquarters. I
Yeah.
cannot
Of course.
come to Chicago and not visit Alex. And then we're going to do New York City. I'm going to do Faced by Faye. We're doing California. We're doing
Honolulu.
Hawaii.
Yeah. And
So-
when you do this tour, like, are you doing training for their office, or are they setting up training for others? Like, how's that
So
work?
we're going to be advertising it to other injectors. Anybody that wants to come, it's open as long as you're a provider. Yeah. And then also, obviously, we're providing it to the practice
Yeah.
as well. There's, we're selling the spots, but also for observers, if
Yeah.
if you don't want to inject that day, or maybe you're just getting into it, or you're kind of experimenting to see like what it's about, you can come and be an observer.
Yes.
So
And it's lip adventures.
lip recipes.
Lip recipes.
We could call it lip adventures.
Lip recipe.
So what
volume
we're
one.
calling it is Lip Recipes Goes Live,
Lip
because
recipes
it's
goes
like
live.
an ebook.
Yeah.
which has some videos, but like
She's bringing
it's
it
not
to
in
life.
person, so I'm bringing it to life. Yeah,
That's awesome.
basically what it is like, you know, every lip has its own recipe. It's kind of
Yes,
where
yes.
I came up with it, and
Yeah.
everyone always asks me like, okay, so how would you do a thin lip or an M-shaped lip or whatever? Is that every lip has a different story and a different recipe, so that's what.
We should do one at MSS next year.
Oh my God, let's do that.
That'd be so awesome.
That would be
Yes.
And one in
amazing.
Honolulu, too. I
That
think
will
that'd be awesome.
that will be like overflowing out the door.
Out the door.
That would be so fun to do one.
I mean, I think we should.
I'm holding you to it, Alex. I'm
No.
calling Kirsty right
I'm
now.
signing up
Yeah,
right now.
You should. Now, volume 2, what is that?
So the volume 1, I did 40 different lips, but it was only on paper. It was not virtual. And then everyone
Okay.
asked me for like videos. So then the second volume has only 10 lips. So it was a lot more focused. It was a lot more focused with product that I used and like the technique that I used. And also we did video.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
volume 2 was like an elevated volume 1 and a lot more focused.
All right. And Chloe, where's your book?
Where's my book?
Yeah. Did you write a book yet?
Where's your ebook?
Oh my
Chloe?
God, I haven't done anything. I've been too busy moving from Miami to Hawaii.
Well, actually, when did you move to Hawaii? When did that happen?
About 4 years ago.
Okay.
So for people who don't know, Limor and I met.
We worked
We
together.
worked together at Hochstein Med Spa about 8 years ago. I was totally new to aesthetics. That was when
I honestly never thought that Chloe would graduate. She was like so flustered, but she became such a great injector. I was like shocked. I was like, the first week that I met her, she has hyperhidrosis and she would put
Oh
the gloves
my
on and
God,
the
I
glove would
forgot
like
about
fly
this.
across the room. And I'm like, this poor girl. I also feel like people get nervous around me, which I'm the most chill, calm person. Like
No, you're
I
not.
never.
You're
I
terrifying. I'm terrified right now.
Are you really?
the kindest, sweetest.
Yeah, and I'm just
Yeah.
like super like, you know, I feel like down to earth, relatable. I just tell also like new injectors like stories about how I started, so they're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, you're also a hot mess, so I'm fine.
Were
Yeah.
you nervous though?
Yeah,
at the
so I
beginning?
mean, this is actually pretty good for anybody who's just getting into aesthetics and to understand. Like, when I was starting out, I wanted this position so bad. I remember talking to Limor on the phone, and I was so like starstruck, and also it was Dr. Hochstein, and Lisa Hochstein has been on Real Housewives for many years, so I grew up watching her.
Yeah, Real Housewives of Miami, so
Real
it's kind
Housewives
of
of
like
Miami.
a celebrity office.
Yeah.
and-
And I was kind of like faking it till I made it. Like, I was working in primary care for a couple of years at this point, and I was doing like aesthetic stuff on the weekends, like really trying to find a
She
good
was
job.
honestly the most dedicated person. Like, I will say she had the most drive of anyone that I had ever met that was trying to get into aesthetics. Like, she literally worked every day and she would come and shadow me for free. Like,
Yes, I would.
She
I would do
literally did
anything
not
for her.
care.
That's
Like, that
awesome.
she was working. She worked
She
like,
gotta
I don't even know,
Anything that
12-hour
Limor
days.
Didn't want to do. I was learning how to do it. Like all the machines in the office, I just had to make myself like useful to like. I didn't want to get like fired.
Take notes. People
Yeah.
who are trying to get into aesthetics, like take notes from Chloe, because you need to be really driven and understand like what you actually love and try everything so that you can kind of narrow it down, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I wanted to learn from Limor, and I didn't, instead of like paying somebody, I was hired at this job, and I wanted to make sure that I was making her life as easy as possible and providing value to the office, so that
Yeah.
I didn't get fired or let go or whatever. But they really saw that, and I blew up because I hit the ground running. I was posting on Instagram constantly. I was going to every event, networking with every rep, taking advantage of every single free thing, and it worked, and I literally
Chloe also
blew up.
has no shame. She will go up to
Yeah,
any
that's true.
person. She will DM any company. Like, I remember when I first met her, she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm an ambassador for Figs," and I'm like, "How did you do that?" She's like, "I just DM them." I was
Really?
like,
that worked.
Like,
Yeah,
she just
that
does
doesn't
not.
work for
She
me.
does not care at all. They're like, she has so many like brand partnerships because she has no shame. She literally will text
I don't think
anyone
it's
or
no
message
shame.
anyone.
It's you've got confidence.
My
in your ability.
my motto is like closed mouths
I'm
don't
just
get
very
fed.
shy when it comes to stuff like that. I'm like, I
Yes.
don't want to ask, And she's like,
Well,
oh
you
no, you
know
gotta
what you
ask.
want.
You gotta ask, because like worst it could do
Yeah.
is say no, right?
Yeah.
Closed
and,
mouths
and
don't
what-
get
what's your
fed.
pitch? Like, how do you call someone out of the blue and ask for them to be affiliated with you? Because like, how do you do that?
How do I? What's the question?
Like, how do you
How do you pitch
approach
them?
somebody?
Like, how did you
Yeah.
DM?
I don't know. I think that becoming a PA and just having that like name, like I'm just like, hi, I'm Chloe. I'm a PA. Like I'm from Miami, or I'm from Hawaii, and like I would love to work with you or whatever. That's usually like
That's all
the
you gotta do.
basis of my conversation starter. I think just being like warm and welcoming and whatever. People say no to me all the time, but a
Yeah.
lot of times people say yes, and like my life just
You have to try.
You have to
Yeah.
try.
She has taught me that, because
Yeah.
I'm like the person that I'm like, I'm not like, I don't like to ask for things. I'm just like, if you'd like to offer it to me, I'll take it. But I don't want to ask you for it. And obviously, it's like a cultural. This is how like I grew up.
This is
right?
a cultural thing.
So Chloe has taught me like you just have to go after what you want, which normally I'm fine with. But it's like messaging strangers, like cold calling someone and asking for like a brand deal, to me would be like completely.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's what it is. Closed mouths don't get fed. Like if you don't say what you want, you're never gonna get it. I think I learned that. I mean, I'm an only child. I learned that like nothing was handed to me, so I always had to go out of my way. And I think that that's why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how did you get? What's your secret? Because you've blown up too, right?
Yes.
She was starstruck by you. We're all starstruck by you.
Thank you.
And how you don't have that same kind of personality.
I have honestly, sometimes I have no idea. Like people ask me like, so how did you, I just have a genuine love for what I do. And I think people see that and I have a passion.
That's just as
I don't try. Like, it's not like I'm out there like trying to be like, hey, look at me. Like I'm actually the opposite of that. I don't even like to talk on my Instagram, you know?
Yeah.
So I think sometimes like the work speaks for itself and obviously did get into training people is my passion. So just all of those things together.
I think people can see like your heart is just so big and it's always in the right place. And like you can feel that when you're talking to you.
Yeah. I was going to say, people can tell that you've got a good heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
So,
warmth.
I do.
So far. Well, unfortunately, we don't have a ton of time. We could probably talk all day. Last question, though. Chloe, do you know how to surf? Yeah, you a surfer?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
What about you? Are you a surfer?
Absolutely not. I am terrified of the ocean.
What's your hobby? What do you do? Like knitting or something?
Knitting? I don't know how to do that either.
Her hobby is lips.
I actually love to sing in the shower.
Okay.
Don't even ask me to sing right now because I definitely will not. But my favorite song to break into song, you're going to think this is crazy, is A Star Spangled Banner. Because it's a really hard song to sing, and I can sing it really well.
It just
but
doesn't really
we will
roll
not
off
do
the
that
tongue.
here.
Well,
but
I mean,
one day,
we're gonna need you to sing it.
I will.
We'll have it kick off MSS.
Maybe. Why don't you make a deal with her that she can only do her lip recipes next year if she sings for all of us?
What's the welcoming party? It's like, and now Limor will be singing the Star Spangled Banner for us.
Please remove your cap.
I only sing one part though. So,
that's all right.
Not even the whole song.
We'll have to get someone to do the sign language part though too. That's definitely part.
Oh,
of it.
okay.
Well, but Chloe, how long have you been surfing? Did you learn when you got to Hawaii or?
I grew up visiting Hawaii every year when I was growing up. My dad worked for the airline, so he would like push me on a board but it wasn't until I lived there that I got really, better.
Are you doing it every day kind of thing?
I do not. Because of work. I mean, I wish, but my husband surfs every day. That's one of my things is to get a little better.
Yeah. That's people who surf. I feel like they like get addicted.
I just want to say I don't even like going into the ocean
it's scary.
with the waves in
my
Miami.
husband sees tiger sharks all the time when he's surfing.
Yeah,
Absolutely
he's probably
not.
gonna get his arm bit
Like,
off.
No, he's
I-
not. He's not.
I would have a panic attack and
same.
die in the
Yeah,
ocean.
I'm not sure I like that. Well, I feel like we're just scratching the surface, but we have more podcast guests to come, so we're going to have to cut this off. So I really feel grateful for you guys both to stop by. We'll have you again block out some more time.
I would love that.
A little longer, and we'll really
Next
get
year?
into maybe before next year, and we'll really get into the nitty gritty, like astrological signs and stuff like that.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I'm
Okay,
thinking.
I would love that.
right.
What is your sign?
You just guess. What do you think I am?
Okay, hold on. A Leo?
Aries,
Virgo.
You guys are way off.
Capricorn.
Pisces.
Closer. I'm a Aquarius.
Damn, that was my next guess.
We went through the whole thing. We're like Leo,
Yeah.
Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius.
Damn it. Gemini, Leo.
Definitely not.
I'm a Leo.
I'm a Scorpio.
That's what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
You are a Leo. See, I knew it. I had a feeling.
Thank you to our producer, Madeline Moeller, marketing content coordinator, who organizes the podcast schedule and guests and provides topics and talking points. Audio and video editing, voiceover, graphics, and platform management is provided by myself, Derek Hawk, digital marketing supervisor. Our themes are provided by Maka Music. Thank you for watching or listening to the Medical Spa Insider podcast. Please follow or subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future episodes. Ratings and reviews are greatly appreciated. For more information about the American Med Spa Association, visit americanmedspa.org. Reference to any specific product or entity does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by AmSpa. Views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance in the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity that they represent. AmSpa provides this podcast as a full service for educational purposes only. This podcast does not constitute legal advice, nor does it establish an attorney-client relationship. Please consult with an attorney on your legal issues. And as always, thank you for listening to the Medical Spa Insider. Remember, compliance is cool.